right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Allison Cruz, and at long last I can finally welcome you to the end of The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. I know, I'm just as surprised as you are that we've made it here, but don't get too excited just yet because we still have one more very nostalgic boss to take care of, and that comes in the form of Molgera, who, as you recall, we have fought not too long ago. We are not any stronger than we were the first time we fought this asshole, and guess what? We get to do it again. So I hope you all are ready for that. So we've got another Wind Temple-esque room to contend with, and oh no. Is there a fucking Wizrobe in here? For what purpose do you serve? For which master do you submit to? Oh god. Well, I really don't like this. Oh shit! My god! And then you just spawn out of nowhere. God. Go into that, please. By all means. Oh, okay, or you can just say, fuck physics. This is cool. Also, you're like completely puppy guarding me, which I don't appreciate. There we go. Just gonna poke him a little bit. And here we go. You know, I was gonna say I could let you live, but you've given me far too much grief, so go to hell. Leave me alone, you jerk. And let's fight Molgera. God. So I tried off screen to use some of Granny's elixir soup to help expedite this fight a little bit, but it has no effect on this guy, so 4 cycles it is. Plus I gotta re-equip everything, which is only the hook shot. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie though, I do like the, duo monochrome ass fights that we do here. It'd be cool if this was a filter you could apply for the rest of the game, which seems so weird to say in a game that is otherwise so vibrant and colorful and beautiful in its palette choice that anyone would say that, but I don't know, I like the way these fights are situated, so it's just one of those things where they did at least something cool, something right. Oh my god, I just upper sliced one of your kids directly in front of you. I'm probably going to pay for that, aren't I? Oh no, here we go. The moment of truth has arrived, the taxman has come. Oh man. This is a super cool animation though, but please do not deep throat me in front of your children. Actually, scratch that. Don't deep throat me, period, please. Context is not needed. Ugh. God, it's so hard to move here. How many kids do you have? How are those child credits going? Those tax debates? Probably not amazingly at this moment. God, I'm about to literally kill the moneymaker. But we'll see. Did I have trouble with this the last time I fought? Because, oh! I hope I didn't. I feel like we did just fine, but 4 cycles is where it's at. Apparently. Oh god. I'm surprised that this doesn't slow down nearly as much as, the other fights, which is interesting. Where are you? As long as your kids are nowhere to be found, we'll be fine. Just gotta get a little close, hook the shot, and we're done. The way forward has been unlocked, and I absolutely love how janky his teeth are to this entrance to his incredibly scary and terrifying lair. I mean, it's like, did he lose 90% of his teeth and replace them with, like, plastic Monopoly hotel pieces? Because I feel like there's not really a reason to have it look so bad there. We've got the return of the mini blins, or whatever. God, get out of here. In here, just for good measure, because we never get to see it. Yeah, crazy eyeballs. Crazy eyes. Oh, BB, 25. You were something else, weren't you? Well, as far as this room is concerned, you are going to be seeing a lot of it, my friend. So, first order of business is actually to head over here, where the game is going to show us the world's easiest solution, and it will aggressively pan in on each of these chandeliers, showing you how many candles are in each. Can you hazard a guess as to what we're supposed to do here? Why are my pants vibrating? I don't remember putting that there. The shape of the floor, the number of items hanging on the walls. Don't overlook anything. It's probably going to be pretty hard to do if I'm being honest. Also, the sword hilts of my servants who look deep in the darkness shall be the guideposts that point to me. That's a little... okay, thank you. I don't know why it would have to be that obvious, but I'm not going to ask any questions. Instead, we should maybe consider what we're going to put on here, starting with all this stuff. Ugh. And we've got a pretty similar looking room in which the game will immediately do the exact same camera pans, showing you which one you have to do, effectively nullifying any semblance of challenge to whatever this riddle or really easy puzzle was supposed to be. Listen, I know that gamers are not very smart. They need yellow paint to show them where to go, but this was a little heavy-handed even back in the early 2000s. But in doing so, we created a portal to the underworld, so hooray. I love how just the mere sight of King Z being here just scares the ever-living hell out of Link. But this is the portal in which Ganon was able to reach the unsuspecting world above. And this is what we can use to return to the Forsaken Fortress and go about our business on the Great Sea right before we beat the game. Oh, wow, thank you. What a very kind and audacious boomerang. But we're not going to do that because there's not really any reason for us to return there for now. So let's go and do the unthinkable and head straight into the abyss. Probably not a great idea. But we have the return of our favorite shadow puppet. Oh my god. It is Mr. Shadow Man. We can go and poke him here. And also, well, yeah, we'll just do that. I was going to take a picture, but all you got to do is poke him. And just like the stone said, we need to follow the hilt. And that is how we find our way through this mini labyrinth. So, don't mind if I do. We have a couple of fights with this guy, and I don't remember if this is one of the ones that we need to have a photo for, specific to this mini boss, but I have a feeling we do. Oof, that was way too early. Gotta love the old empty bottle. There we go. Thank you. Your job here is done. There's also another move he does aside from the clones and the white orbs. And that is one I am not looking forward to. So please don't do it. Oh god. Well, we just gotta go ahead and... Oh, that timing is like pretty rough. But the spin attack is kind of the way to go there. I don't remember if he used it any other time we fought him. But if we did, he sucks for it. Oh boy, here he goes. One more time. There we go. And sometimes they'll just completely go through your blades, and they do, I think, 4 hearts of damage. So it's real dumb. Also, if you can hear Yuzu snoring in the back, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. Oh my god, the threefer. Why would you do this? Thank you. 3 opportunities to do me dirty. Okay, and now we go this way. I don't know if this is a fixed path either. So if you like memorized where you have to go, then you would just know. Thank you. Let's just do this for a little bit, why don't we? I do like the timing of the bottle. Brother, did you even try? I fear he did not. Let's go on over here. Is this the last one? Oh, those are nice bars. Yeah, so it's just the same as all the rest, but this time... There we go. Nothing's changed. Man, he did that so much more. He usually will always do the mimicking ass business there. It's crazy, man. Absolutely obscene. But, ladies and gentlemen, our final item, and I'm so excited for this. Oh, this is great. We have the light arrows. This is easily the best weapon in the entire game because they can pierce pure evil itself. Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's get this puppy ready. We don't need no stinking bottle in our inventory anymore. Although, there's an awful lot of light over there. Oh, it just brings us here. Sweet. Well, let's go ahead and make sure we swap on over to the right one, please. Thank you. Right trigger is like weirdly finicky. Do we not just fight him again in here? Oh, there we go. Shit. Well, this is easy. Well, here, let me just go ahead and wait for you to go up into the sky. Oh no, now he's doing all the mimicking attacks for days. Really? That didn't reach? Maybe he just only does that, but he's... Oh, hello, that was the wrong one. Really? He is the darker one. Okay, now he's doing it. Stop that. Leave me alone. One single light arrow is all it takes. Hell yeah. Now, we can use his incredible weapon, his Claymore of Destruction, and beat the hell out of this really peculiar looking wall. Oh yeah, things are looking up. Let's get out of here. So luckily for us, doesn't really seem to use that much magic either, which is good. It's fantastic news for us, I'm afraid. But every enemy will fall to it in one fell swoop. So we can fight these generic assholes just, you know, legitimately, or we can just murder them indiscriminately. And, you know, hope we don't go to hell for it, because they just become completely obliterated. They don't stand a goddamn chance. It's too OP. I mean, it would almost be worth it to go back out onto the open seas and just mess around with this, but damn. Even the Dark Nuts. If we just, like, that's unfair as all hell. He trained his entire life. His parents sent him off to Dark Nut boot camp. And this is the unceremonious end he gets. Not even his dirty undies got left behind. Because a small 10-year-old boy picked them up, stole them off his, what remains of his carcass. Now, I don't know if this actually can go through multiple enemies. I feel like it might, but I haven't been able to line up a shot good enough that would be able to, you know, test that hypothesis. But I'm gonna pick everything up here. This is for all of the lost rupees that I was not able to procure. Man, and they're expecting the player to just go through with the light arrows and do this. Sheesh. Alright. Now, this is also another opportunity to get the winged Darknuts, or caped, rather, winged Darknuts. That would be terrifying and awful. But we're just gonna go ahead and do it like this, please. Thank you. Really appreciate it. And because this is somewhat of a point of no return-ish, we're actually doing very good on time, so I am not worried about splitting this up or anything right now. But I'm gonna take a quick safety save, just like always. And let's step on in. Do you sleep still? Wait. Do not be so hasty. I can see this girl's dreams. Oceans, 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 oceans. Oceans as far as the eye can see. They are vast seas. None can swim across them that yield no fish to catch. What did the king of Hyrule say? That the gods sealed Hyrule away? And they left behind people who would one day awaken Hyrule? Huh, how ridiculous. So many pathetic creatures scattered across a handful of islands, drifting on this sea like fallen leaves on a forgotten pool. What can they possibly hope to achieve? Don't you see? All of you. Your gods destroyed you. I've been waiting for you. For one like you. Yes, for the hero. Do not betray my expectations. I present Puppet Ganon, but first, a selfie. Oh no. Well, I would say this fight is terrifying for a couple of reasons, and it's mostly the unpredictability and just how janky his movements are. So the boomerang is going to be a necessity for this fight. If you're a scrub like me, hello. Some of these strings do take a couple of hits to get, but the important part is the orb at the end of his tail, and he's constantly going to be moving it, but if you're good enough, there we go. I feel like I should have missed that. You just have to hit that a few times, and then he'll go up to the rafters and re-up on his strings. So every so often he'll spawn a few Zubats, and it's not very fun, but so long as we sort of just keep him shaking his tail feather, there we go. He won't be able to get us with that punching move. There we go. Ooh, not bad. Well, let's get in there. He does have a tendency to twitch a lot, too. Oh, here we go. This damn piece out of the way. If you take too long, sometimes he will just go up to the rafters anyway and just re-up, but hopefully he doesn't do that too many times. Oh my god. Somebody let all of the bats out. Why would you do this? Perfect. It just is a little random at times, and can I get this one? See, he's just shaking it. Shaking what the good Lord gave him. And you don't have to, if you're like a speedrunner, you can just free shot that thing in mid shake, which is kind of insane, but I'm not doing that. Oh, you see that? Well, you did not think it would be that easy now, did ya? Thanks to the incredibly reflective pool we're in, we can go and wait for him to body slam and then line up a shot, and then hit it with another light arrow. In between each of these drops, more keys will come out, so just be on the lookout for that, but he has really terrible rubber banding AI for this phase specifically, which is kind of annoying, so I'm going to keep it a little safe and just sort of let him do his business, so that we can find ourselves in a pretty good position. Because if he smacks you, I mean, it's just not fun. Yeah, the reflection and the shadows don't make any sense. The last one is going to be the most hectic part of this. Obviously, 3 is the magic number here. Get those keys, and God, how are you not throwing up from being so dizzy? You're making me dizzy, man. Oh, here we go. Yes! Phase 2 complete. Now this is easily the most difficult phase of them all because he is just going to be running around like an absolute maverick in the name of Moldorm, and you can't really stop him unless you shoot him directly in the face, but sometimes, oh my god, he does not care. I think I just got him. Jesus. So you want to watch out because we got the fuzzies getting ready to stop us dead in our tracks. Don't be afraid to pull out Granny's soup. We might need it for the magic. Oh my god. Alright, alright. Come on, Mr. Cruz. Ah, lock in, man. Come on. Yes! Yes, surely you are the hero of time, reborn. Your time has come. Come now, stand before me. Oh my god, I'm sorry, but doesn't it feel a little weird that you could sort of see Ganon's ankles through that cutscene where he was phasing through floors? It seemed like kind of an intimate angle to be showing from our perspective, but no matter. He left us the reddest, most elegant of, I guess, puppet strings for us to climb, and in the dead silence of the tower, I guess we can just ruminate about our adventure and consider the possibility that, well, maybe Ganon was right all along and Hyrule does need to resurface and, you know, be restored to its former glory. But I don't know, I do feel like there was definitely some kind of executive decision made here to make as quiet an atmosphere as possible. And also to regain the use of old tools, like the grappling hook. There we are. Yeah. So in case you forgot this nifty little trick, you can just stop in place and go straight up so that you can just hoist yourself over what you were just clinging to. There's a few things over here that we can probably use to our advantage. Hello. All of these haphazardly placed pots. Refilling up on the magic. Thank you. I'm sorry if I peeked the mic, but god damn. That was exciting. That was rough. Usually that last phase just, oh my god, it kicks my ass. But I got very lucky there with the iframes, which I guess coming up, it's probably not going to go super great for us. But in case you were wondering, you do not need to make this climb back every single time, because once you make it to this layer, we can shoot off our final arrow. This goes and takes us back to the very bottom, so if there's anything else in the world, thank you, that you need to do or accomplish, now is the time to do so, because the final fight with Ganon lies right ahead. And honestly, I think we're probably okay here. We have a fairy, we have soup, we have an empty bottle, and we have blue potion. But I think for all intents and purposes, we are just gonna go and fight him the old-fashioned way with a quick save beforehand, just in case. And I guess if you need anything pertaining to turning in your figurines, now would be the time to do so also. But the ones that I made special note of over the course of the project are what you need to focus on. And let's confront our destiny one last time. My country lay within a vast desert. When the sun rose into the sky, a burning wind punished my lands, searing the world. And when the moon climbed into the dark of night, a frigid gale pierced our homes. No matter when it came, the wind carried the same thing: death. But the winds that blew across the green fields of Hyrule brought something other than suffering and ruin. I coveted that wind, I suppose. It can only be called fate, that here I would again gather the three with the crests. that I should lay my hand on that which grants the wishes of the beholder. That when power, wisdom, and courage come together, the gods would have no choice but to come down. The power of the gods, the Triforce. He who touches it will have whatever he desires granted. Already, the crest of wisdom is mine. All that remains. Ladies and gentlemen, the fight against Ganon begins, and he is ever so kind as to allow Zelda and I to have this conversation. She stole our bow and light arrows so that she could be the hero and shoot him in the back with it. But you want to be careful when fighting Ganon, because he's kind of an asshole, and Zelda takes a very long time to line up her shots. This is mostly just a game of chicken until, wow, an arrow goes straight through him. Well, I'm calling minor shenanigans on that. I'll just wait over here, don't mind me. If you try to attack him, he will be invincible and block every single one of your moves. So we're going to take this just a little tepidly. Watch out for the barriers because you can still get knocked around a little bit. But, oh, he finally grew a brain cell. And thank you for that. So we don't have Zelda on our side anymore, which means we actually have to fight legitimately now. Ooh, with the parry, the very overpowered parry. But you gotta get in there pretty intimately. Yeah, otherwise he just won't reach. So when he jumps up in the air is when I like to move in and then hope that the parry still activates. Just like that. Cool. Even though it's a little janky. Get a couple hits in. And watch out for the kick, because that will break through your shield. And hopefully after enough time. There we go. She's back. Yeah, Ganon, he hits like a baby. Yeah. Even though he does have a very cool fighting style, he is still super aggressive. God damn. So after Zelda gets up, he is just going to block every single goddamn attack with the most incredible accuracy for no reason. No matter what we do, we can't lay a finger on him because plot and video games and 2002 logic from Nintendo dictates this. But after enough time, do I need to attack you? Because if so, that's kind of unfortunate. Let me try something here real quick. Just gonna read your moves. Yeah, he's not even, he doesn't give a damn. If I just try to, yeah, he'll still keep blocking. How many arrows must die in vain for us to get to the next phase? Oh, here we are. It's time to distract him. She'll aim at us, and we'll use the mirror shield to deflect it back at him. Hopefully, okay, she does not miss, because that happens more often than not these days. But this is it, the final hit. Zelda, let's finish him off. Oof. with that, my friends, for an adventure 7.5 years in the making, we conclude our time here in The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. My name is Allison Cruz. Thank you all so much for joining me on this incredible undertaking. I think for a while I was pretty anxious on getting back to this series because I really wanted it to be as good as I could possibly make it, which obviously isn't for everyone, but it was mostly for me. This game came out in 2002, and I was 10 years old when it was released, and I remember so much controversy surrounding the art style and the potential plot-related insinuations with this Link possibly being a descendant or a reimagined version of the Link we all knew and loved in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, and I just remember there being so much vitriol for this game when it came out, and I was the only person at my school who liked it, and I just thought I had gone insane or something, and I'm just glad to know that all these years later people hold this game in such high reverence and esteem that it's just not so weird to tell people that this is among one of your favorite games of all time. And obviously going hand in hand with that, with a game that has so much meaning to me with the music and just the nostalgic factor is off the charts, I just wanted to make this project the best that I could make it. And while I think there's probably a couple of rough spots around the edges, when I was going through some of the earlier episodes to do the previously on section, I was like, man, I still make content exactly like this. The jokes that I made back then, probably a little more immature than I would probably make today, but it made sense why I said them, and I could, I guess, obviously remember saying them when I did, but I don't know. I just hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm very glad that I came back to it when I did, and I didn't just force myself to finish it at some point in the last 7 years, you know. But I apologize that it took so long. I very much doubt that anybody who was following this project when it was live is still sticking around today, but it's hard to say. I do get some more views than I used to get, which is cool and all, but at the end of the day, even if not a single soul watched, I still like to make these videos for myself, and I hope that comes through without, like, you know, the forced ingenuity, I suppose. I don't know. There's people who just make videos for the sake of making content, but this game does hold a very special place in my heart. And if you guys want to see more Zelda games in the future, I have done probably 6 or 7 of the mainline ones on the channel, including a bunch of spin-offs. I love Zelda, and if you want to see Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, probably not that one before the other, but I would be more than happy to do so. I just don't know how I feel about Nintendo games necessarily these days on the channel. So many people do them to the point where YouTube is oversaturated with it, and people are making TikToks in the games, and I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like they get lost in the shuffle. So if I do another Zelda game in the future, I would preferably like it if people wanted to see it, but Breath of the Wild does feel very tempting, and with the Switch 2 coming out, maybe when that's released and there's potential graphical upscalings and things like that, we might consider it then, but for the time being, look forward to probably Tunic. I haven't recorded any of that yet, but I do have it on the schedule, and I do feel like that would be a great segue from Wind Waker and then into whatever else I have coming out next. If you haven't played it before, I definitely suggest you try it out without a guide of any kind. It's going to be kind of weird recording it with the information I have from playing it, but I think it'll still be good. But with that, I love how the credits were literally ascending from the depths of the ocean and making our way to the top. That's very cool. Well, anyway, I'm sorry if this was overly sentimental and blubbery and nostalgic, but this game really is that one for me, more so than a lot of others. But as we reach the end of the credits, once again, thank you all so much for joining me, and I hope you guys will join me for whatever I have coming out next. Whether it's Zelda related or not, I completely respect your decision, but oh man, I love this game so much. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you next time.